The 50.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A gain of 16 yards. And the Buccaneer first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Josh Jackson on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second
and play action. Now Brady.
45-yard line.
That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And we do talk a lot about how the tight end position has changed in the NFL. Here's a great example. It used to be that they were linemen who occasionally caught passes. Now they're wide receivers who occasionally block people. And right here, this isn't tight end speed. It's definitely wide receiver speed.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour.
People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. And it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a first and 10 at the 31-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Dominate today.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards, first down, Packers. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Buccaneers 7, Packers nothing. This
is Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And there's an old chestnut of an express. Called getting on your horse, and I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? He was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Love going to give this one to Jones.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Now Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
And it's up and good.
That ties the game at 7.
What are you doing?
Mason Crosby, the kickoff for Green Bay.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Man, I've seen that
At their own 34-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll run it with Jones. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. On second down, it's Jones. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, 37 yards. And the Bucs have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. There to him was Carlton Davis.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now a look at the backup, Jordan Love. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. And they're not going to get the kickoff in time. And that'll set them back 5.
We got this.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. This is caught, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Robert Tonyan as the first half is winding down, and the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point try now for Crosby. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Mason Crosby, the kickoff for Green Bay.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it
And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
The throw there by Brady, intended for Gronkowski, but incomplete. Gronkowski the intended target, but it's going to be second down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Shot before half for Brady. He's got Evans. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the 2nd half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Jones. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
3rd down and 6.
Now Love. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And the 2nd wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They'll go again to Jones. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Throwing, Love. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Robert Tonyan, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Packers have moved out in front. And that looked almost to be a case of, quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham. You have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
That one good for 37 yards.
1st down.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Packers' 32-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jones.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
A gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Open man has got it. It's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. Back now at Lambeau. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. That's complete right around the 8. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Suckup for the extra point. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter.
1 apiece. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll run on first down. Jones. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
First down. It's Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 41-yard line.
Here's Jones. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on first down. Jones. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here's Love. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 yards there, first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On first down, Jones. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw is Rodgers. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Buying time to his left. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. To throw, Brady. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Brady. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Joshua Jackson there to knock that one away.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Now Brady. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
the shotgun to give to Jones. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A huge play there in overtime. 57 yards. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right field to the ball carrier.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
Brady now on 3rd and goal. For the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So they say forget the field goal in the lead. They're going for the win in OT here on 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's Brady. This is caught. Gronkowski. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and it'll be a turnover on downs. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2. Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A huge play there in overtime. 44 yards.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Rodgers. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
At the Buccaneers, 27.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Austin's got it left side. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Over the middle, he hits Austin. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup there. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
1st down and goal to go.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Rodgers to throw once more. His pass caught at the 4. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner.
At the 3-yard line.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming from the left hash. A chip shot here. And he got it.
overtime. He's able to split the uprights.
Buccaneers.
We thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Packers are winners here as we say so long.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Lambeau. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Caught on the right side by Jones. And he is going to have a Packers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And this will be a Packers first down as he gets it up past the 35. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
But it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Rodgers throwing complete to Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A run with Jones on 1st down, not going to yield much. A yard tops. 2nd down coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 39. No score after 1 on EA Sports. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And down to the 7-yard line. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him. And once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
They'll try to run it in with Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Von Miller, he was the one getting in there, able to wreak his usual havoc. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. That's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
You got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. They'll run. It's Lindsey. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And that one results in 35 yards. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. That one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Albert O, as the first half is winding down, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos.
Makes the score Broncos 7, Packers 0. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind and try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap.
He's got a man, complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 37.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Rodgers now on 1st down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. He will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fan. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Complete to Noah Fant. A gain of 16 yards. And a Broncos 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Block working out of the gun. This is the tight end Fant. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. That's out to the left and complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They look to throw. It's Locke. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy, 41 yards. And the Broncos will extend their lead. For Drew Lock coming out of Missouri, the one thing that scouts they loved was his arm strength, and we see why there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field. Certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot. Great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards that time.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
To the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Rodgers. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Rodgers. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling there to make the grab. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. Set for a big two-point conversion. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So here we go. The Packers will line up to go for 2. And again, it's Rodgers. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From way up at the 23.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
On 1st down, it's Lindsay, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Locke. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Locke to throw. He'll find Lindsay here. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They run the option on second down. He was looking for Albert Okwuegbunam was the target there. And now it's third down.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs. And sometimes you can be a little too quick. Thus, inaccurate, incomplete.
This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. To throw, Lock. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on third down.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Lock. That's complete. Okwuegbunam. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Lock on the give. It's Lindsey. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. They'll go again with Lindsey. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Broncos first down.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done, really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but
I like where we're going with this. Though you say one to represent like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Houston Texans. Has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. From just inside the 20, a short kick. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Just keeping the play alive. And Cooks has it over the middle. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks, 66 yards. And the Texans have taken the early lead.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And the Texans take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Texans 7, Packers nothing.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
10 at their own 16-yard line.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 16. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll run on first down. Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. Here's Rodgers. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 41. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. On first down, Jones. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Very short kick. This will be now a hit and a loose football. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Jones.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers have taken the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
14, Texans 7. Mason Crosby, the kickoff for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 31, Watson. And his pass incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Watson. It's caught left side by Cooks. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They are going for it. Here's Watson. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he will finally go out of bounds
but not before he takes it down to the 25. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. To the air yet again, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, they certainly gave it an attempt. They had a diminutive receiver like this running through the land of giants in the middle of the field, but they couldn't find enough room to get him the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. From the gun, here's Watson, eluding the pressure right. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson there to make the grab. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. From the 22, Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. 1:53 remaining in this first half of play.
I'm about to go home.
A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. After the interception, here's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown.
Touchdown, Houston.
Will Fuller, 39 yards. And the Texans have broken the tie. Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson. He showed what he's got there. And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Texans 21, Packers 14. Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Texans scoop it.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble now, great field position. Watson on first down. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. It's Deshaun Watson with a touchdown pass to Brandon Cooks. And the Texans push further out in front. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now Watson, he's going to lead the Texans up to go for 2. Back to throw, Watson. Flushed out right. That's caught at the 1. And he is going to get in. But there is a flag down. Let's sort this out here. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So after the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22. On play action, it's Rodgers. Got a man, it's Tanyan complete. And it's a fumble, and the Texans scoop it.
I think what we just saw there with that fumble return is the increased emphasis on taking the ball away from another team. And no one wants to just fall on in football anymore, do they? They want to take it and try and score themselves.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Houston Texans. So here's Kaimi Fairbairn to do the honors. And off we go from Lambeau. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Carry now. This is Williams. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That's a very nice game there. Confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
36-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
And 12.
Now it's Rodgers. And Adams has it. Good play. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
He was taken down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Murray. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And with the play clock running low, Bill O'Brien's going to signal for a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 40. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he will finally be taken out of bounds.
The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category, and that deserves a couple exclamation points.
From the red zone now, Watson. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Different story this time around. We have that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Kiki QT on the reception from Deshaun Watson. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Bill O'Brien with a call here. We'll go for 2. And someone a little too eager to block this extra point. Henceforth the flag. As an inside linebacker, got to be a little bit more poised.
No doubt about it, because they get a little bit of flexibility, especially when they're trying to stuff a gap. You know, we get that double A gap look. This time he got too eager and got too deep into the backfield.
To throw is Watson, operating from the gun. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
It's 2nd and 8.
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Now Rodgers. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 44-yard line. 6-0 our score after one. Rodgers now on first down. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 20.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. And now he'll tuck it and run. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That's good for a Green Bay Packer.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Oh, it floated on him, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargreaves with a pick.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. From the end zone, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll throw again from their own end zone. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big-time play there for the Texans. 51 yards. On first down, it's Watson. Trying to improvise. Open man is QT, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's second and long.
A shotgun snap for Watson. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield. They're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Again, it's Watson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown.
Touchdown, Houston.
Will Fuller, 42 yards, and the Texans will add on to their lead. With that penalty, they only need 1 yard for the two-point conversion.
And that can make all the difference trying to get those 2 points, right? Inches count down here in short territory. Maybe now they can get the 2 points that they want a lot easier.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. And now we've got a man a little jumpy here. Maybe trying to block the extra point.
Are you kidding me?
Bill O'Brien with a call here. We'll go for 2. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Las Vegas Raiders.
Mason Crosby, kickoff for Green Bay.
Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. Very short kick taken right at the 20.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
first down. Carr. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
First down.
From the gun, it's Carr. Being chased out left. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. Oh, the hurdle. Oh. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
From the 39, Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Henry Ruggs, 39 yards. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And most people think of Derek Carr kind of as a guy who excels throwing the short pass, but he can dial it up when need be.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll throw right away. Flush to his right. He'll run it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
You think about the great running backs in the game today. I don't know if Aaron Jones is a name that comes immediately to mind, but it should, evidenced by that run there. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. From 4 yards out. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Mason Crosby, the kickoff for Green Bay.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Throwing again. Carr. He's going to take another shot here. That's caught at the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, 65 yards. And the Raiders have taken the lead. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Raiders 14. Packers 7.
On second down, it's Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. At each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
A lack of discipline defensively on fourth down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not.
Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 27-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
He was brought down by Trayvon Mullen. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up.
Here's Rodgers to throw.
The Raiders 24-yard line.
Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
First down and goal to go.
Now Jones. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Second and goal.
The line of scrimmage. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Now the Raiders going to go ahead of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? He sets up the screen to Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Now Crosby for the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
They're on 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Caught left side, Williams. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders have moved out in front. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
This one taken just inside the 10. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action. Ready for the third quarter. What was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.